Rest in peace, Hugo Chavez. Hugo Chavez dies at the age of 58 of cancer, and I'll come out with the first conspiracy theory. I would say, along with other South American leaders in the last few years, have been given cancer, poisoned by the Yankee Doodles, poisoned by the American military junta. Hugo Chavez, Comandante Hugo Chavez, what a great guy to his people. I've actually got a young cousin who is Venezuelan, who was born over there. His father was an imperialist worker for a British oil company, which shall remain nameless. And yeah, he was chastened out there to other places away back in the day a few years ago. And Hugo Chavez certainly did a lot for his people. A coup happened 2002. He's been in power since the end of 1998, and what he's done for his people, I've sickened and scunnered listened to Yankee Doodle crackpots on the radio already, blackening his name, pouring calumnies over his legacy before it's even been allowed to settle, before the brother's been allowed to be buried. You've got these crackpots saying, oh, the Venezuelan people are suffering in a terrible state and the profligate spending. You dirty bastards. You dirty, robbing, thieving, Yankee Doodle imperialist bastards. Take your grubby little hands and get them to feck. Okay, you thieving, dirty bastards. Do not touch Venezuelan oil. Leave it alone. Go on home, you filthy, dirty, robbing bastards. Hugo Chavez has brought an enlightenment to the South American continent. A way of existing better than the imperialist military junta from the north, from the United States of America, which has went into country after country in South and Central America and raped and pillaged and stolen from the good peoples of South America repeatedly, not just Venezuela, Nicaragua, El Salvador, Brazil, Argentina. The United States of American military junta has trashed the whole of South America. For what? So I won't be having any Yankee Doodle crackpot military junta besmirching the name of Comandante Hugo Chavez. Not on my watch. God bless you, Hugo. Yeah, sure, he might have had many faults, he might have made many mistakes. He without sin cast the first stone, as they say. So Hugo Chavez, yes, and one of the most wonderful speeches was at United Nations just 7 short years ago. And we're going to play this now. Hugo Chavez, rest in peace.
Because their threat is in their own house. The devil is right at home. The devil himself is right in the house. And the devil came here yesterday. Yesterday, the devil came here. Right here.
Go yourself, Hugo.
Right here. And it smells of sulfur still today. This table that I am now standing in front of. Yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, from this rostrum, the President of the United States, the gentleman to whom I refer as the devil, came here, talking as if he owned the world. Truly, as the owner of the world. I think we could call a psychiatrist to analyze yesterday's statement made by the President of the United States. As the spokesman of imperialism, he came to share his nostrums to try to preserve the current pattern of domination, exploitation, and pillage of the peoples of the world. An Alfred Hitchcock movie could use it as a scenario. I would even propose a title: The Devil's Recipe. As Chomsky says here clearly and in depth, the American empire is doing all it can to consolidate its hegemonistic system of domination, and we cannot allow them to do that. We cannot allow world dictatorship to be consolidated.
No, tú no sabes mucho de historia. Tú no sabes mucho de nada, ¿sabes? Una gran ignorancia es la que tú tienes. Eres un ignorante, Mr. Danger. Eres un ignorante. Un burro, Mr. Danger. O para decírtelo más bien, para decírtelo en mi mal inglés, en mi bad English. You are a donkey, Mr. Danger. You are a donkey. Me refiero, ustedes saben, para decirlo con todas sus letras, a Mr. George W. Bush. You are a donkey, Mr. Bush. ¿Ve? Te voy a decir algo, Mr. Danger. Tú eres un cobarde, ¿sabes? Tú eres un cobarde.
Hugo Chavez now saying,
¿Por qué no te vas a
Mr.
Irak
Bush,
a comandar
you're a
tus fuerzas
donkey.
armadas?
Mr. Danger,
Es muy fácil
Mr. Danger,
comandarla desde lejos.
you're a donkey.
Si algún día se te va a ocurrir la locura de invadir Venezuela, te espero en esta sabana, Mr. Danger. Come on here, Mr. Danger. Come on here.
Come on over here, Mr.
Te metiste
Danger.
conmigo, pajarito. Te metiste conmigo, pajarito. No, tú no sabes mucho de historia. Tú no sabes mucho de nada, ¿sabes? Una gran ignorancia.
You don't know much of
Es la
history,
que
you
tú
don't know much
tienes.
about
Eres un
anything, you know.
ignorante, Mr. Danger.
A great ignorance of
Eres
what
un
you've got.
ignorante.
You're an ignorant, Mr.
Eres
Danger.
un burro, Mr. Danger.
You're a donkey,
Eres
Mr.
un burro,
Danger.
Mr. Danger. O para decírtelo
Donkey,
más
Mr.
bien,
Danger.
para decírtelo en mi
Or to
mal
say it
inglés,
better.
en mi bad English.
And
You
to say
are
it better
a
in my bad
donkey,
English,
Mr.
you're a
Danger.
donkey, Mr. Danger.
You are a donkey. Me refiero, ustedes saben, para decirlo con todas sus letras,
By that
a
I mean,
Mr.
you know, to say it with all its letters to Mr. George W. Bush.
You are a donkey, Mr. Bush. ¿Ve? Te voy a decir algo, Mr. Danger. Tú eres un cobarde, ¿sabes?
I'm going to tell you something,
eres
Mr.
un
Danger.
cobarde.
You are a coward.
¿Por qué no te vas a Irak a comandar tus fuerzas armadas? Es muy
You're a
fácil
coward.
comandarla desde
Why don't you
lejos.
go to Iraq?
Si algún día
It's easy to
se te va a
command an
ocurrir
army
la
from
locura de
afar.
invadir
Have you
Venezuela,
ever come up with a crazy
te
idea
espero en
of
esta
invading
sabana, Mr.
Venezuela?
Danger. Come on here, Mr. Danger.
I'll be waiting for you in this savannah,
Come on
Mr.
here.
Danger. Come on here. Come on here, Mr. Danger, says Hugo Chavez.
Come on here, Mr. Danger.
Come on here, Mr. Danger.
Cobarde,
You're a
asesino,
coward,
genocida,
assassin, a genesis.
genocida.
You're a genesis.
Eres un genocida.
You're a
Eres un
genesis.
alcohólico, Mr. Danger. Es decir, eres un
You're an
borracho.
alcoholic, a drunk, Mr.
Eres un
Danger.
borracho, Mr. Danger. Eres un inmoral, Mr. Danger.
You're an immoral, Mr. Danger.
Eres de lo peor, Mr. Danger.
You're the worst ever, Mr. Danger.
¿Cómo se dice de lo peor en
George
inglés?
W. Bush, you
The
scumbag
last. You
bastard.
are the last.
How do you translate it
Lo
in English?
peor
You're
que
the
ha habido en
last.
este planeta.
You're the worst.
De lo
You're the worst of this
peorcito que ha
planet.
habido.
The very
Se llama
worst is called George W. Bush.
Dios libre al mundo de esta amenaza.
God save the world
Porque es
from
un
this menace.
asesino, un
Because he's an
enfermizo,
assassin.
un hombre enfermo
A
psicológicamente.
sick man,
Lo
a
sé.
psychologically ill man.
Personalmente es
I
un
know
cobarde,
it. Personally, he is a coward.
pero tiene mucho poder.
But he has a
mucho
lot of
poder.
power.
Y vean ustedes lo que está pasando en Irak.
He's a lot
Ayer
of
el
power.
mundo
And look what's
marchó
happening in
contra la
Iraq. Yesterday, the world marched against the war.
El 70% según encuestas que
70% according to the surveys I've seen from your own people, Mr. Danger, are against you.
Contra la guerra. Eres un mentiroso.
Against the war. You're a liar, Mr. Danger.
Estás matando niños, Mr. Danger.
You're killing children who aren't responsible for your illnesses, of your complexes, man.
Tus soldados allá en Irak.
Your soldiers in Iraq are bombing cities.
Ayer nada más veíamos las imágenes.
Just yesterday we were watching images of 5 children who were murdered for your soldiers. They are not murderers. You are the murderer, coward. That was the national anthem of Hugo Chavez, and we're playing some Venezuelan music here, and we're holding a candle of respect to our Venezuelan brothers and sisters. Solidarity for Hugo Chavez. I ain't a socialist, I ain't a leftist, I ain't a Venezuelan, but I stand against the imperialist Yankee Doodle American military junta and the British lapdogs. I stand four-squared against it. Hugo Chavez was for the people of Venezuela and all the good people, the disenfranchised people of all the planet. He stood alongside brother Fidel Castro. We salute you, Comandante Hugo Chavez. We salute you. From one Comandante to another, Ernesto Che Guevara.
Aprendimos a quererte desde la histórica altura, donde el sol de tu bravura le puso cerco a la muerte.
Aquí se queda la clara, la entrañable transparencia de tu querida presencia, comandante Che Guevara.
Hugo Chavez.
Y fuerte sobre la historia dispara cuando todo Santa Clara se despierta para verte.
Aquí se queda la clara, la entrañable transparencia de tu querida presencia, comandante Che Guevara.
Hugo Chavez, rest in peace, brother Hugo.
sonrisa.
Aquí se queda la clara, la entrañable transparencia de tu querida presencia, comandante Che Guevara.
Tu amor revolucionario te conduce a nueva empresa donde esperan la firmeza de tu brazo libertario.
Aquí se queda la clara, la entrañable transparencia de tu querida presencia, comandante Che Guevara.
Hugo Chavez.
Seguiremos adelante, como junto a ti seguimos y con Fidel te decimos, hasta siempre, comandante.
Aquí se queda la clara, la entrañable transparencia de tu querida presencia, comandante Che Guevara.
Yes, rest in peace, Che Guevara, rest in peace, Hugo Chavez. Up to the big revolutionary place in the sky, hopefully, God willing. May they rest in peace. They fought against an imperial empire, the most totalitarian system of governance the world has ever seen. And anyone who stands against them, yes, they may have many, many faults, but anybody who stands against them in a peaceful way, defending their country against the imperial march. Yes, these imperialists, they think they're winning the war. They ain't winning no war. They might control the TV, they might control or think they control the minds of many people, but they ain't controlling the mind of me. And I encourage every single person, don't let the propaganda system of these imperialists do you up like a kipper. Fight back against these masters of war. Fight them back. Free your mind and the rest will follow.
The promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
Come, you masters of war. You build the big guns. You build the death planes. You build all the bombs. You hide behind walls. You hide behind desks. I just want you to know I can see through your masks. You'd have never done nothing but build to destroy. You play with my world like it's your little toy. You put a gun in my hand. you hide from my eyes, and you turn and run farther when the fast bullets fly. Just like Judas of old, you lie and deceive. When a war can be won, you want me to believe, but I see through your eyes, and I see through your brain. I see through the water that runs down my drain. You fasten all the triggers, but the others fire. You sit back and watch while the death count gets higher. You hide in your mansion while the young people's blood flows out of their bodies and is buried in the mud. You've known the worst fear can never be hurled. Fear to bring children into the world, for threatening my baby, unborn and unnamed. You ain't worth the blood that runs through your veins. How much do I know? Talk out of turn. You might say that I'm young, you might say I'm unlearned, but there's one thing I know. Though I'm younger than you, even Jesus would never forgive what you do. Let me ask you one question. Is your money that good? Will it buy you forgiveness? Do you think that it could? I think you will find when your death takes its toll, all the money you made will never buy back your soul. And I hope that you die. Your death will come soon. I'll follow your casket on a paid afternoon, and I'll watch while you're lowered down to your deathbed, and I'll stand over your grave and make sure that you're dead.
Right inside the heart, loving us, calling us, protecting us.
Don't give up now.
Yes, this is Crackpot FM here, Crackpot FM. You're in tune to Thomas J. Clark. We ain't a crackpot this morning, we're paying our respects to Comandante Hugo Chavez. We're paying our respects here. It's 4:50 in the morning. No harm of paying our respects to someone who has helped bring some freedom to the good people of Venezuela from the yoke of oppression from the American military junta. And as far as I'm concerned, that can't be a bad thing. We're taking a break. We'll be back 40 seconds. We'll play a wee tune. And Hugo Chavez's funeral apparently is on Friday. And the end of that song there, it was saying, about how we'll see you at the funeral. And yes, Hugo Chavez wasn't there to see the funeral of George W. Bush or Maggie Thatcher or any of these tyrants. And God willing, if I'm not there for the time when these tyrants die, then stand over their grave and spit in it for me, please, God willing. These evil bastards, Thatcher, Bush, Blair, Sarkozy, Sharon, Putin. These are the true genocists. These are the true assassins. These are the true psychopaths. The masters of war, that's what they are. Evil, despotic bastards. You don't see Hugo Chavez or Venezuela or Brazil or Argentina invading other lands, do you? Apart from Malvinas about 30 years ago, and look what happened. The imperial yoke of British aggression went 8,000 miles down, sacrificed British lives in Goose Green, and it wasn't Thatcher's guts or her son's guts who were spilt in Goose Green. It was the guts of other people's sons. Yes, these politician bastards. They're good at sending other people's sons and daughters out to die and killing innocent civilians in other people's lands. You evil bastards. Anyway, it's time for a break. We're nearly finishing the show. We're closing up 5 o'clock. After the game last night, the Waynes went to bed and I crashed out for a few hours, so on my way back for part 2 of my sleep. Yes, as you get older, you don't need much, you just take it in different parts. 3 hours here, 3 hours there. And we wake up in the night time and we find out brother Hugo Chavez is dead, so we're paying our respects here. And more shows later on today, God willing.
Welcome to Free Radical Radio. Your host this evening, Tommy from Glasgow.
Children of those that took the worst form of slavery and brutality that ever lived, that ever existed. Our parents survived the Middle Passage. Only the strong got here, and then we lost our name, our culture, our religion, and we're still here. So you may have a momentary victory, Mr. Bush, but you don't know who we are.
I pledge no allegiance, fuck the president's speeches. What the industry did to Pac, they did to Jesus. Raping his vocals and then destroying the message. Trying to deport us if they can't destroy and arrest us. Government front religious, but their heart is empty. Like a televangelist preaching out of his Bentley. Calling abortion murder in a medical building, but don't give a fuck about bombing Iraqi children. Talking like eunuchs in a fucking libretto. Look at their mansions and look at your suburban ghetto. The gulag, the new hood where they send us to live, cause they don't give a fuck about none of our kids. That's why blacks and Latinos get the worst education, while devils run America like birth of a nation. Affirmative action ain't reverse discrimination. That shit is a pathetic excuse for reparations.
Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was you, nigga. It was you. Bush knocked down the towers. It was you, nigga. It was you, motherfucker. Bin Laden didn't blow up the projects. It was you, nigga. It was you. Bush knocked down the towers. It was you, nigga. It was you, motherfucker.
They say the terrorism revolves around the Quran, but that's stupid. I show you why it's totally wrong. Cause if this country was invaded and crumbled, I'd turn Harlem into a Colombian jungle. And I wouldn't be fighting for a Christian nation. I'd be fighting for survival from extermination. I wouldn't fight for Fox News, them racist niggas. I'd be fighting for the hood, for the faceless niggas, for the immigrants America loves to despise, even though it needs them to make the economy rise. They feed us just genetically modified garbage. So I repetitively reload the cartridge. Boston, New York, down to Atlanta. Guerrilla war in the swamps of Louisiana. Camera panoramas of hammers couldn't rock me. East Coast to West Coast, you can't stop me. And fuck Schwarzenegger, his pops was a Nazi, and it runs in the family. So run for the Grammys, run to the coon picnic, and try to pick up a mammy. But half of y'all are faggots trying to pick up a tranny. Eddie Murphy ass motherfuckers going commercial. Even Interscope is getting pimped by Universal. Green Tutankhamun lantern, a curse you and murk you. But the Bin Laden slush fund remix just burnt you.
Bin Laden blow up the projects.
It was you, nigga. It was you.
Bush knocked down the towers.
It was you, nigga. It was you, motherfucker.
Bin Laden blow up the projects.
It was you, nigga. It was you.
Bush knocked down the towers.
It was you, nigga. It was you, motherfucker. Bush knocked down the towers. It was you, devil. It was you.
It was you, ya devil. There we go. Immortal Technique. Tommy in Glasgow. And Hugo Chavez. We all agree he's a devil. George Bush, George W, Herbert Bush, Prescott Bush, the whole Bush family, Jeb Bush, evil murdering bastards. How many people died in the chair? How many people were electrocuted by Jeb Bush while he was governor? That's what we want to know. These are the questions that we're putting out there. We're holding down a lockdown. We're paying respect to the now ex-Venezuelan president. The now ex-Venezuelan president sadly departed in the afternoon of yesterday. Yesterday afternoon, sadly departed Hugo Chavez. So we're finishing up the show in a few minutes.
Desde lo lejos, más hermoso te ves, más atrayente, viendo el gran Catatumbo, con sus reflejos, de cuando en vez besando tu casta frente, Maracaibo en la noche, desde lo lejos, más hermoso te ves, más atrayente, viendo el gran Catatumbo, con sus reflejos, de cuando en vez besando tu casta frente, Maracaibo en la noche, del que te vea por aire, tierra o mar, bien se recrea para finalizar. Repito estas palabras, el Zulia por la noche relampaguea, el Zulia por la noche relampaguea. Maracaibo en la noche, del que te vea por aire, tierra o mar, bien se recrea para finalizar. Repito estas palabras, el Zulia por la noche relampaguea, el Zulia por la noche relampaguea.
Yes, I don't know what that song was about. It came as a package of tunes, Venezuelan music and images, so we just ripped it off the YouTube. We're paying respect here to a Venezuelan hero, 14 years, the leader of Venezuela. He led them away from the yoke of American and British imperialism. And for that we salute him, Comandante Hugo Chavez, rest in peace. We played the music from the country of Hugo Chavez here. Never been to Venezuela in my life, but I have got a Venezuelan cousin. Well, British. A young lad born there 14 years ago, same age as my daughter. A little wee shyster he is. Didn't like Hugo Chavez. But we love the Hugo Chavez here, Celtic Community Radio. Solidarity with Hugo Chavez. Comandante Hugo Chavez. Rest in peace, brother. There we go. God bless Venezuela. Venezuela music there. And that's it. We're finishing up the show, and we're finishing off with an American pastor, Jeremiah Wright. Jeremiah Wright will finish us off tonight. And apart from that, we played the Venezuelan national anthem. So we'll finish off with a soldier song. A soldier has died tonight. A soldier against the freedom. A soldier for freedom against the tyrannical American military junta. A soldier of freedom. So we'll play out with the soldier song after Pastor Jeremiah. So Pastor Jeremiah with the soldier song. Be upstanding. Good night, God bless wherever you are. This is 3 minutes past 5. Crackpot mean time, 3 minutes past midnight. In all Yankee Doodle land. If you're in the Bronx, Toronto, anywhere on the planet, good night, God bless. Venezuela. They're turning into a new day in Venezuela. They've lost a sad hero, they lost a good hero. A sad day for Venezuela. Has just ended possibly, and hopefully the future will be somewhat peaceful anyway for the good people of Venezuela, and the American military junta doesn't resort to its terrorist push. Anyway, good night, God bless, seek the truth, reject falsehood, for falsehood is always vanishing.
That what Malcolm X said when he got silenced by Elijah Muhammad was in fact true. America's chickens are coming home to roost. We took this country by terror away from the Sioux, the Apache, the Arawak, the Comanche, the Arapaho, the Navajo. Terrorism. We took Africans from their country to build our way of ease and kept them enslaved and living in fear. Terrorism. We bombed Grenada and killed innocent civilians, babies, non-military personnel. We bombed the black civilian community of Panama with stealth bombers and killed unarmed teenagers and toddlers, pregnant mothers and hard-working fathers. We bombed Gaddafi's home and killed his child. Blessed are they who bash your children's head against a rock. We bombed Iraq. We killed unarmed civilians trying to make a living. We bombed a plant in Sudan to pay back for the attack on our embassy. Killed hundreds of hard-working people, mothers and fathers who left home to go that day not knowing that they never get back home. We bombed Hiroshima. We bombed Nagasaki. And we nuked far more than the thousands in New York and the Pentagon. And we never batted an eye. Kids playing in the playground, mothers picking up children after school, civilians, not soldiers, people just trying to make it day by day. We have supported state terrorism against the Palestinians and black South Africans, and now we are indignant. Come on, fire. Because the stuff we have done overseas is now brought right back into our own front yards. America because chickens are coming home to roost. Violence begets violence. Hatred begets hatred. And terrorism begets terrorism.
Thanks very much, good night, God bless you all. Chuck you all, leave it back Kelly on Sunday night. See you then, cheers.